Welcome to English Practice Everyday. In today's vocabulary practice video, we will learn and practice 10 words at upper intermediate or B2 plus, upper intermediate or B2 plus level. After our practice, we will read a short story aloud that uses all these words to help us understand how to use them in the proper context. Let's start. Please speak out loud with me as we practice. 1. Wry. Wry. Wry means showing a dry or sarcastic sense of humor or expressing irony. Wry means showing a dry or sarcastic sense of humor or expressing irony. The book is full of wry humor about modern life. The book is full of wry humor about modern life. Ivy gave a wry smile when asked about the incident. Ivy gave a wry smile when asked about the incident. Ben's wry comments during the meeting made everyone laugh. Ben's wry comments during the meeting made everyone laugh. Mark's wry expression showed he wasn't taking the situation too seriously. Mark's wry expression showed he wasn't taking the situation too seriously. Two. Avid. Avid. Avid means showing great enthusiasm or interest in something. Avid means showing great enthusiasm or interest in something. Tom is an avid supporter of the local football team. Tom is an avid supporter of the local football team. Bates' avid interest in art led her to become a painter. Bates' avid interest in art led her to become a painter. Emily is an avid reader who finishes a book every week. Emily is an avid reader who finishes a book every week. The avid hikers plan their next adventure in the mountains. The avid hikers plan their next adventure in the mountains. 3. Retort. Retort. Retort means to reply quickly and sharply, often in an angry or witty manner. Retort means to reply quickly and sharply, often in an angry or witty manner. I don't care, Joe said with a sharp retort. I don't care, Joe said with a sharp retort. When accused of lying, Mia retorted, "Prove it." When accused of lying, Mia retorted, "Prove it." Tim's clever retort silenced the critic in the audience. Tim's clever retort silenced the critic in the audience. That's not true, Mary retorted sharply, clearly offended. That's not true, Mary retorted sharply, clearly offended. 4. Frugal. Frugal. Frugal means being careful with money or resources, or not wasteful. Frugal means being careful with money or resources, or not wasteful. A frugal shopper always looks for discounts and deals. A frugal shopper always looks for discounts and deals. They lived a frugal lifestyle to pay off their debts quickly. They lived a frugal lifestyle to pay off their debts quickly. Jen's frugal habits helped her afford her dream vacation. Jane's frugal habits helped her afford her dream vacation. The frugal man carefully saved most of his income for retirement. The frugal man carefully saved most of his income for retirement. 5. Todri. Todri. Todri means cheap, showy, and lacking good taste. Todri means cheap, showy, and lacking good taste. The party decorations were colorful but a bit tawdry. The party decorations were colorful but a bit tawdry. The store was full of tawdry jewelry and decorations. The store was full of tawdry jewelry and decorations. Kate avoided buying tawdry souvenirs during her travels. Kate avoided buying tawdry souvenirs during her travels. Bob's flashy suit looked expensive but was actually quite tawdry. Bob's flashy suit looked expensive but was actually quite tawdry. 6. Manifold. Manifold. Manifold means many and varied, or having multiple forms or aspects. Manifold means many and varied, or having multiple forms or aspects. The reasons for the company's success are manifold. The reasons for the company's success are manifold. Zoe's talents are manifold. She can sing, act, and dance. Zoe's talents are manifold. She can sing, act, and dance. The book explores the manifold challenges of modern society. The book explores the manifold challenges of modern society. The project required manifold skills, including writing and design. The project required manifold skills, including writing and design. 7. Dormant. Dormant. Dormant means inactive or sleeping, often temporarily. Dormant means inactive or sleeping, often temporarily. The volcano has been dormant for decades. The volcano has been dormant for decades. Seeds can remain dormant for years before they sprout. Seeds can remain dormant for years before they sprout. Sam's creative talents were dormant until he joined the art club. Sam's creative talents were dormant until he joined the art club. The company decided to revive a dormant project from last year. The company decided to revive a dormant project from last year. 8. Resolute. Resolute. Resolute means firm and determined, not willing to change one's mind. Resolute means firm and determined, not willing to change one's mind. The resolute leader inspired the team to work harder. The resolute leader inspired the team to work harder. Lily's resolute refusal to give up impressed everyone. Lily's resolute refusal to give up impressed everyone. Despite the challenges, he remained resolute in his goals. Despite the challenges, he remained resolute in his goals. She was resolute in her decision to pursue her dream career. She was resolute in her decision to pursue her dream career. 9. Personable. Personable. Personable means friendly, pleasant, and easy to talk to. Personable means friendly, pleasant, and easy to talk to. Paul's personable nature made him popular at work. Paul's personable nature made him popular at work. The new teacher was knowledgeable and personable. The new teacher was knowledgeable and personable. The personable tour guide made everyone feel welcome. The personable tour guide made everyone feel welcome. Customers enjoy talking to the personable staff at the cafe. Customers enjoy talking to the personable staff at the cafe. 10. Supposition. Supposition. Supposition means an idea or assumption that something is true without proof. Supposition means an idea or assumption that something is true without proof. My supposition is that Nick forgot the meeting, not ignored it. My supposition is that Nick forgot the meeting, not ignored it. The theory was dismissed as mere supposition without evidence. The theory was dismissed as mere supposition without evidence. The detective worked on the supposition that the suspect knew the victim. The detective worked on the supposition that the suspect knew the victim. Kate's argument is based on the supposition that everyone agrees with her. Kate's argument is based on the supposition that everyone agrees with her. That's the end of the practice session. Let's now read out loud a short story using all these words in a proper context. Title of the story: The Mysterious Traveler. Emma was an avid reader of detective novels. She spent hours imagining herself solving mysteries just like her favorite characters. One day, her usually quiet and dormant town of Maplewood became the center of a peculiar event. A stranger arrived, wearing a tawdry hat and carrying a manifold collection of odd trinkets. The townsfolk, always curious about newcomers, gathered around him in the market square. The man introduced himself as Mr. Felix, his voice sharp and confident. He was personable, charming the crowd with jokes and stories. But Emma noticed something off about him. His wry smile seemed to hide more than it revealed. That evening, as Emma walked home, she spotted Mr. Felix entering an old abandoned house. What could he possibly be doing there? She wondered. Her resolute nature took over. She decided to find out the truth. The next morning, Emma approached her friend Sam, who was known for his sharp retorts and quick wit. "I think Mr. Felix is hiding something," Emma said. Sam raised an eyebrow. "Based on what? A supposition? You barely know him." "Call it a hunch," Emma replied, "but I'll prove it." Emma and Sam waited until dusk before sneaking into the house. Inside, they found a room filled with maps, notes, and trinkets. Each item seemed to tell a different story. The collection was manifold and fascinating, yet it felt suspiciously out of place. As they rummaged through the items, Emma found a locked chest. "Help me open this," she whispered. Sam hesitated. "We shouldn't be here. This feels wrong." Emma, being resolute, ignored his protests. They finally managed to open the chest, only to find piles of fake jewels and tawdry items meant to deceive. Emma stared at the contents, her suspicions growing stronger. Suddenly, they heard footsteps. Mr. Felix entered the room, his wry smile wider than ever. "Well, well, curious minds, aren't you?" he said. Emma stood her ground. "What are you up to, Mr. Felix? Why the fake jewels and maps?" He laughed, a sound filled with both amusement and menace. "Curiosity is dangerous, my dear," he said. "But since you are so keen to know, let me explain. This is my collection of tricks, my tools of subterfuge. I use them to create illusion and to entertain people. It's all harmless fun." Emma wasn't convinced. "This isn't just entertainment. You're hiding something more." Mr. Felix's expression turned serious. "You're quite the detective," he said. "Fine, I'll admit it. I came here to escape my past. My life was filled with acrimony and conflict. I'm trying to start over, but I'm not sure if I can." His confession softened Emma's resolve. If that's true, why not be honest with the townspeople? They are kind and altruistic. They'll help you. Mr. Felix sighed. I suppose honesty might work, but people can be judgmental. Still, I admire your courage. The next day, Mr. Felix held a meeting in the square. He explained his past and asked for a second chance. The townsfolk, known for their frugal lifestyles and generous hearts, decided to help him. Over time, Mr. Felix became a true part of the community. His energy and creativity turned Maplewood into a lively town. Emma watched with pride, knowing her curiosity and resolute nature had made a difference. As for Emma, she added another mystery to her growing collection of adventures, one filled with intrigue, dry smiles, and a touch of subterfuge. End of story. That's all for this vocabulary practice session. Try using these 10 words in your conversations this week to strengthen your learning. Bye for now.